Happy Monday, webheads. We got some great comic book covers to share with you today. And yes, I got to give you some results from last week. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, I'm bringing you 2021's top 10 comic book covers. Fans, this is week number 10, and this is the interactive YouTube video series for the comic book fans where you get to vote on which is your favorite comic book cover of the year. So, guys, thank you so much for taking the time for voting year in and year out. Welcome back, and if you're new to the channel, new to the series, welcome and enjoy your stay. So, guys, if you want to consider becoming a member of Comic Book Corner 2.0, all you got to do is go on to my home screen, hit that join button, and you're automatically a member, and it helps supports the channel. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much for subscribing, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. So, webheads, comic book fans, we have unfinished business to take care of, right? We have to find out who is the first nominee for comic book cover of the year and the book that winds up staying alive that goes to the wild card round later on in the year. It's a little added feature that I add to this season's series. So let's not waste any more time. So the winner and the nominee, the first nominee of comic book cover of the year, winds up going to week 8's winner, that Legacy issue 1, the Voices, the Gabriel Delgado, Miles Morales cover. That one wound up winning. Congratulations to that. That is the first nominee for comic book cover of the year. So congratulations. And then our wild card winner, which gets thrusted into the other wild card covers later on in the year, winds up going to Venom issue 32, where Venom versus that alien. We have that variant cover there as well. So congratulations to both covers, and thank you all that voted. So now let's move on to week number 10, and let's give you those top 10 comic book covers. So coming in at number 10, this one goes to Black Hammer, Visions issue 2. This is done by Scott Collins. This is the main cover. I never even knew that Jeff Johns was attached to this book, which is crazy. But what made this cover kind of cool is, like, you get to see someone holding this axe, and it says Black Hammer Visions on it, and it's, you know, covered in blood. So the blood says all those words on it, which is pretty interesting. And you get to see this boy who's running into this house, and the house is like, has a mouth on it. It's kind of horrific, actually, and I thought it was quite entertaining to see. A lot of little details in that cover. So if you want to see this one win comic book cover of the week, all you gotta do is vote in the comments section below. Remember, no more than one vote per person, and you have to write it in the comments section, okay? And then if you don't like any of the covers that I provide for you today, you can always write in your own. All right, so moving on to number 9. This one goes to Superman issue 29. This is the wraparound variant edition by John Timms. This cover I don't think is a very explosive cover, but it is kind of cool to see the Superman family on this, and you get to see Lois, and you get to see Kara, and you get to see John and Superman and Jimmy, and I thought even seeing Crypto in there was pretty badass too, so I put it in there to give some Superman love, since I haven't been giving him all that much love this lately. So if you want to see this one wind up getting comic book cover of the week, all you got to do is vote once again in that comment section below. All right, so moving on to number 8, we have Batman Urban Legends issue 1. This is a David Finch variant cover. Awesome cover. I think David Finch always does Batman really well. And here, not only do we get to see Batman on the cover, but you also get to see Jason Todd on here as well. Really nice. You get to see the bat signal in the background, and, you know, he's on his grappling hook, and Jason Todd's just, you know, on the rooftops with his sword, and yeah, pretty nice looking cover. So if this one is your favorite, you know what you got to do, webheads. You got to vote in that comment section below. All right, next, so moving on to number 7. This is a nice cover. This is Deep Beyond issue 2, done by Mirka Adolfo. This is cover B. So I love this cover, and there was other covers on there that were cool, but Adolfo's artwork is very distinct. Like, you can tell, you know, her artwork here, and I love how we get to see this female, and I don't know the series, I don't read it, but I love how she's like this underwater, and she's got her back turned. There's something about that tattoo there that you're seeing, but I love the side facial feature and the eyelashes, the red hair, everything about it. Looks really nice. It's kind of like this light airbrush type of look. So really interesting cover. If this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote. All right, so moving on to number 6, we have The Amazing Spider-Man issue 61. Tyler Kirkham does this one. This is variant A. Obviously, we all know that this is a tribute, a homage to Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. So whenever they do these covers, I think it's kind of cool because it always reminds you of how iconic that issue 300 is, right? Here we get to see Spidey's new suit, whatever it is. We still don't know yet, but we're going to be getting what it can and can't do very soon. But I couldn't put this any higher because, again, it's a cover that's been done thousands of times, but it is still cool whenever you see it, right? So that's why it made the list. We'll see what happens with the suit going forward. Kind of weird just to see a 61 in the background, though, right? Instead of a 300 or a more milestone type of number. But if this one is your favorite, let's make sure we vote in the comment section below. All right, so moving on to our top 5. This one goes to The Joker, issue 1, Francisco Mantina, variant A. There are so many covers for The Joker, and it was hard to choose, but Mantina always makes these really creepy, dark covers, right? And I think when it comes to his Joker, I thought it looked the most dark. So that's why I went with this, and I love the smile that he put on the Joker. It's just creepy. If you were in an alleyway or you came across the Joker yourself, you would be scared shitless. You would run away. I mean, it's just insane. I love all the deep purples in there as well. Very gruesome face. This is a nice looking cover, and I thought that the logo where it says the Joker kind of added to it, where the variant with the Virgin cover, I think it kind of took away from it a little bit. So I like this. If this one is your favorite, you know what you got to do. All right, so next, moving on to number 4. This one goes to the Immortal Hulk issue 44. This is the main cover done by Alex Ross. Anytime they can throw like something that has to do with comic books on the cover, right? It's just awesome. We get to see the director, the guy that's in charge of the UFOs. I forgot the dude's name. I mentioned this in my most anticipated last week, but he's just chilling, reading a comic book about the UFOs. You know, he's got his green glasses on there, and he's just got this smirk on his face, and you can't tell if he's just like, these guys are quite interesting, or it's just, this garbage, or this comic book is trash. You know, it's just kind of funny, but I love Alex Ross. I love his covers. They have so much detail. Even though there's not much going on here, instead of a guy just reading a comic book, the facial feature alone makes this priceless, right? And I love how he's reading that old school comic book. So if this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote. All right, so closing in to number 1, moving on to our top 3. Number 3 goes to probably a lot of people that love this artist. This is The Children of the Atom issue 1, the 1 in 100 Jim Lee Hidden Gem variants. So this is obviously like a gatefold cover or wraparound cover. And if you love Jim Lee, right, you're going to love this cover as it has all of the X-Men on here from the past. It's just awesome to see Jim Lee's artwork. Like, you got Madeline Pryor with Mr. Sinister, you got Mystique, you got Jean Grey of the Dark Phoenix, you got Emma Frost, you got the Juggernaut, you got the Sentinel in the background there. There's so much to look at, and that's what makes an awesome cover, right? It's so cool. And don't you wish that Jim Lee was back on X-Men again? Man, that would be awesome. With Brett Booth, that would be so much fun. Love the Juggernaut on here and how gargantuan he is. Just a great looking cover. Just brings you back to the days of old school X-Men. If this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote in the comment section below. All right, number 2. This one is really nice. It's like a piece of art for me. This one goes to Wolverine Black, White, and Blood. This is Carrie Randolph, main cover. Love this as we get to see the outline of Mystique, and obviously you can tell that it's her because she's got the skull on her forehead, and inside of her is Wolverine, and he is, just black and red. It's kind of cool. And I love that. And you get to see how he's like in the forest, and this is all taking place in Mystique's outline. Such a nice looking cover. Artistically, it's beautiful. The red hair of Mystique and her red eyes, her red lips. Again, it's so awesome, so creative. If this one is your favorite, let's vote. So what was my number 1? Because number 3 and number 2 were really a lot of fun. But once again, my number 1 this week goes to Nonstop Spider-Man issue 1, Alex Ross variant. I don't know if this is a little bit of a stretch or a reach, but I love this cover. This is J. Jonah sitting at his desk. He's looking at all the pictures that he's gotten from Spider-Man doing battle against different people, villains, things like that, right? It's like when he was in the old Daily Bugle days and Peter handed him these pictures, he's looking at these pictures. And again, that's what makes a cover so awesome, because there's just so much to look at, all these little details, right? And then here, it looks like he's looking at a picture. He's holding a picture. I think that's Gwen Stacy. Not 100% sure there. But then you get to see him doing battle against like these, I think it's the Enforcers. And then we get to see him doing battle against like Mysterio. And he's doing battle against clones against himself. So it's just a great cover because there's so much to look at in there. So this one is my favorite. If it's yours, make sure you vote in the comment section below. There are the top 10 comic book covers of the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. And of course, don't forget to vote. And if you like the content you see here, I'm going to leave you more content right there. So go ahead and click on that. And until next time, guys, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.